internal storm in the People's Democratic Party has taken a brand new turn as a former presidential campaign spokesperson for the PDP, Umar Sani, has openly backed the expulsion of Nyesom Wike and other high-profile members. You see, as a Nigerian, I sit back sometimes when I feel depressed and I open stories about the PDP and I laugh for hours just because I am seeing older men making decisions I wouldn't have made in secondary school to discuss this matter, among others. I mean, he mentions a lot. He addresses, the legality of the convention that happened in Ibadan, INEC's role and whatnot. I have two fine gentlemen in the house this morning, and we're going to look at these issues and comment on the comments of this former PDP spokesperson. First, I have Mr. Philip. Doing good today?
Thank you, yeah.
You look like you are tired of PDP.
No, I can't be tired of PDP.
Okay. Because you look like PDP again. I can't do this. You guys, like, pick a struggle. I'm almost there.
Terrible.
It's terrible, right? Yeah. It's embarrassing if you ask me. And we have PK. PK is back. So PK just abandoned us. He didn't tell me anything. He just disappeared. I reappeared today, but it's okay. We're forgiving people. Welcome back, PK.
Thank you.
All right. I'm going to start with you, PK, yeah? Umar Sani says the expulsions were better late than never. Now, we have discussed the timing of the expulsion. Even before the expulsion, we had said, why are you wasting time on doing this? Do you agree with Umar Sani?
No, I think they left too much room for Wike and for him to do a lot of damages to PDP to this extent. And that's one of the reasons we say that the politics they play is not really politics. They should have dealt with Wike once and for all. Wike is not founding fathers of the People's Democratic Party. All those that should have spoken, they all kept quiet. And we normally say that evil prevails in society when good men fold their hands and do nothing. At that particular point, if the moment we can say, I don't like Ayu is gone. I don't like this one is gone. I don't like that one is gone. They tolerated his misdemeanor behaviors for a very long time. But having said that, it was also of note that they did what was right, and that is very good. But one of the other things I want to say here is the fact that the Nigerian society, which doesn't comprise only of the APC, should know that whatever Wike is doing now is unlawful. The Nigerian police, the Nigerian intelligence community, and what all other arms of governance should know that when you start things like this, these are the things like what you guys discussed not too long ago.
Yeah, the coup.
Yeah, the coup. These are the things that make coup fashionable. Wike can be a faction. And you see, I've said this thing before. Faction has a dictionary meaning, and faction means dissenting voice within an organization, not having another one. What sets up PDP, Wike's PDP? Which law sets them up? Which umpire recognizes them? How can I be holding meeting and say, so can I come up today now? I just say,
create your own presidency.
Exactly, my own presidency. This thing should not be tolerated. This is not what's it called? This is not politics. Not at all. And I think the state needs to rise up and shut these things down. No matter how they think that is favoring them right now. Of course, the president said at a particular point in time that he loves to see the opposition in disarray. Those are not good. The vibrancy of our democracy is that people have an option to take from.
Well, the vibrancy of I like that the vibrancy of our democracy is the fact that people have an option to take from. I want to take your opinion from a legal framework, from legal perspective, because I know you like the law a lot. Now, there was confusion about INEC's presence at the convention, right? There was a lot of conversation about it. Some people said INEC was not there. INEC was there. Based on the laws of Nigeria, how much does their attendance, that's the INEC now, the attendance or absence of INEC at the convention matter in validating the decisions of the party?
Thank you very much. You see, the attendance of INEC in any political party gathering is very important. But again, in as much as their presence is so important, there are procedures. If those procedures are met and INEC fail to attend the convention or whatever meeting the political parties are holding, the attendance becomes meaningless. And what are these procedures? For instance, the PDP convention, which is the issue we are discussing here, or any political party convention that is about to take place, the party is required under the Electoral Act to give a 21-day notice to INEC of their intention to hold their convention or whatever, or their next meeting. And in doing so, they need to send this notice to INEC, and the letter that is notified INEC need to be signed by the national chairman and the national secretary. These are the procedure and the condition the party need to meet. The question is, did PDP met with this condition? If the answer is in the affirmative, whether INEC is in attendance or not, it does not, and it will not invalidate the convention. That is why Labour Party, in holding their convention in Inewi, and INEC, for one reason or the other, they failed to attend. The convention went on and election hold. And after the election, what Labour did, they had to go to court by way of order of mandamus, compel INEC to recognize and accept the outcome of that convention. And that is what is making Abure to remain as the national chairman of Labour Party till this very moment we are here. So therefore, whether INEC was at Ibadan or not, is immaterial. If PDP had notified INEC that they are intending to have their convention. Now, also on this matter, we are very much aware that some element went to court trying to stop the convention from holding, and they did have a ruling from a federal high court in Abuja that the convention shouldn't go on. And this was done on Wednesday or Thursday. But by Friday, there's other group of people who are saying court, the same high court. This time around is the Oyo State Federal High Court. Why the one of Ibadan is a federal high court? The court also gave an order, which is the most recent order, for the convention to proceed. Therefore, if these orders are concurrent from the concurrent courts, then the one that is the last is the substituting order. So the convention, in the eyes of the law, met with all the requirement of the law. So therefore, the convention had under the requirement of law. So it's legal. Whatever you want to claim, where until the court has also said before now that the Supreme Court said in this very matter that parties' issues should be resolved within the party. That court does not have jurisdiction in issue of administration of party. So we are here to find out whether the Supreme Court will reverse itself or they will head back to the decision, their earlier decision. We're also aware that if a Supreme Court reach a decision, it cannot reverse that decision till after 10 years, or it's only by legislation. We don't know what will happen. Nigeria is a funny country, anything can happen. But as it stands today, if you ask me the legality of the convention of the Ibadan, the little I know, and from what is before us, that convention was valid.
Well, if that convention was valid, I know you've always taken that stance. That's what you believe. And you did mention in your earlier submission that Wike, his activities and his actions are purely illegal. What should be done about it? Does his ministerial seat give him some kind of immunity cover from, being prosecuted for these illegal activities? Or what is going on? Why is he still out?
No. From what we know, according to the law, he's not a governor. The ministerial seat doesn't give him cover. I think what he's latching on is because he's a friend of the president. Don't forget everybody around him right now, including his estranged godson, that's Fubara, have all defected to
the APC?
The All Progressive People's Party as we speak. speak right now. So there's no immunity for him. It's a kind of lasciviousness from the Nigerian security system and the federal government that are tolerating his way of doing things. Don't forget, this is not the only trouble that Wike is involved in. Don't forget, he was also involved with the former chief of I think naval staff,
Yes.
and
The integrity issue.
The integrity issue, So Wike excesses must be curbed. After Wike, there will be Nigeria, and we should not allow Wike to destroy the country. And like he said, PDP had their convention, they notified INEC, and we know from the day I was at the PDP secretariat on the day that they had their 100 NEC meeting. Anyanwu was there. He signed the document, and they took the document away from that day, and they submitted them at the appropriate quarters. And they said sacrosantly that Ibadan was going to be the venue of their convention. Wike now coming up and stating so many other things, and Wike himself was not there that day.
He wasn't in Ibadan.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't even at the NEC meeting that day.
Oh yes,
he
yes,
wasn't there at the 100 NEC meeting. So that should be dealt with very, very well. And like I said, there was a time the PDP were in administrative position as at the presidency. They had sway. We didn't see anything like this. From the APC, it has been very, very bad, and it's not good for our democracy at all. I think this shouldn't be tolerated.
Well, he said it's not good for our democracy at all. How important is fixing the issues in the PDP right now? How important is it to the democracy of Nigeria, being that it's the if I dare say, one of the strongest parties in the country? They have a system rolling right into areas that no other party at the moment has. How important is fixing their issues and fixing it fast to the democracy of the country?
You see, it's not just the issue of the PDP being fixed. This is why Femi Falana is saying that, look, if Nigeria must play the big brother role in Africa in protecting the West African democracy, they need to show example. The Nigerian government need to allow the opposition to thrive. That when you siphon the opposition, when you restrain them from being active, you are digging your own grave. You see, and you are digging the grave of democracy. You need to allow the opposition to thrive. You need them to operate with free hand. That is why INEC is an issue here. Because INEC, PK has said it over and over. INEC should come out to say that these are the official recognized from each and every political party. Yes, we have said, INEC will not come to say, except you write to them. But it's getting to a point where INEC should think out of the box. I can't help but to agree with PK at this point. Because if there is no opposition, if the opposition is being siphoned and being gagged, what happens next? Like PK said in the morning, if you push everybody to the APC, the interest will destroy that ship. And when that ship destroys, the immediate resultant is going to be coup. Within the party, people can plot coup because everybody is survivor of the fittest. You understand? So the issue here is that the government must allow the opposition to breathe. If you fail to do that, you are not helping even yourself. If you allow the like of Wike to destroy PDP just because you felt PDP is the most vibrant opposition that you will face, therefore Wike should go ahead and destroy it. When you destroy PDP and you destroy SDP and you destroy Labour Party and you are the only one remaining and everybody moves into the APC, the enemy you think you have outside that become enemy within. And we are told that enemy within are more dangerous than enemy that are outside. So therefore the government should do a rethink and give the opposition free hand to operate.
Yeah, well, I would have taken that, but we are out. We are out of time, sir. If I may. Okay, fine, 1 minute. I don't want to ever gag guests. I don't ever want to be the person gagging guests.
What I wanted to say is that the democracy we are practicing in Africa is quite strange. Definitely not the one being practiced in the West. We saw Mandani win the New York mayor sloth against Trump's candidate, as he said, Kumo, and but in Africa, look at Angola, look at Museveni, all of them, the way they are doing, making sure opposition doesn't rise. It's a black man's nature to make sure things are done this way. These are so many other things that in Africa we should look at, and so that our democracy can come up.
Well, of course, conversations will continue on this subject, but beyond the headlines, the questions remain. Will these actions strengthen what is going on in the PDP? Or would it strengthen the PDP? Would it strengthen our democracy? Would it deepen existing fractures? As the dust settles, here's one thing I have to say before we leave. One thing is certain, and it is clear. Nigeria's political arena is entering a brand new phase, and the implications will continue to unfold as the roads lead to 2027. You have a choice to make. Keep your ears open, keep your mind active, and when the time is right, make your decisions at the polls.